Your life has to change. Your surroundings have to change. Your entourage has to be people that's really there and care about you and not just there for the bread or for the benefits. It's going to take some trials and tribulations to really figure it out and trim the fat and get it right, but you got to start somewhere. Your life.
The New Freedom District is a bold idea born in Philadelphia that arts, culture, history, and neighborhood identity can act as economic drivers for designing justice in overlooked communities.
This is about development that's for us and that's by us, and it shows through all of the elements of this project.
The New Freedom District is a multi-dimensional initiative that proposes planning, policy, and placemaking processes to achieve this long-term vision.
So the whole notion of the New Freedom Square and this avenue being the foundation of it honors that history, but propels us to go forward.
So welcome to the New Freedom District.
No, that's right. Please
understand that we will never survive as a group until we get into communities and not neighborhoods.
Everybody want to buy back the block to build community wealth, but nobody's building grocery stores or clinics or daycares or schools. All right, you flipped the house, cool, but where can Miss Pam go to get her blood pressure checked? Why do they got to catch 3 buses to get to the grocery store? If your play is just Airbnbs and rent hikes, that's not community wealth. That's just gentrification cosplaying as black excellence. Who said that? I mean, I'll be honest, the phrase came from a good place. Buy Back the Block started as a call to reclaim what was taken from us through redlining, disinvestment, eminent domain, just generational theft. And before y'all try to come and tell me that it don't exist, I would like to remind y'all that I was born and raised in Baltimore, which was the first city in America to implement legislation that directly prevented black people from being able to purchase homes in white neighborhoods, which is one of the reasons I'm so passionate about it. I don't know how, but somewhere between the think pieces and the closing costs, buying back the block has turned more into a hashtag or an Instagram caption than a movement. For all intents and purposes, it turned into a catchphrase. Now it's all about owning property, flipping houses, and flexing on your timeline. It's not about building anything sustainable. You can't say you're buying back the block when all you're doing is raising the rent on your own people. You bought a house, staged it, flipped it, and now thanks to some aesthetic photos, you're going to raise the rent $2,000 so that families who've been there for 30 years can't even afford to stay now? How is that freedom? Like, be fucking for real. And of course, you're only focused on the individual profit and not on the consequences this action will have on the entire community. Aunties getting priced out, kids gotta move in the middle of the school year because the lease isn't getting renewed because they want to raise the rent and mom can't afford it. Neighborhoods very literally change overnight, and not because they got better, but because the people got pushed out. It's black investors, flippers, landlords, replicating the same extractive system. But it's okay because they black. When we say buying back the block, it should mean buying back function, not just the facade, actual community wealth. This looks like affordable rental units for the families that already live here. Grocery stores people can actually get to. A daycare that doesn't cost someone's entire paycheck. Creating after-school programs to keep kids off the streets, keep them busy, keep them entertained, help them with homework, something. Buying back the block looks like reinvesting in the infrastructure of the community, not just rooftops and hardwood floors. Because property doesn't equal power if your neighbors are living paycheck to paycheck, with nowhere to go when they're sick or hungry or struggling. So the next time I hear somebody say, oh, I want to buy back the block, I'm going to ask you, do you really want to build community, or are you just trying to build equity? It's fine if your answer is the second one, but let's just stop pretending.
Few moments later.
On behalf of the Land Bank, I mean, this is probably the most rewarding job that we've worked on. Usually when we finish a job, it's just put on the market. We don't get to meet the people who actually get the house. This is awesome, and we can actually be part of the turnover and we see. And that's the real purpose of the Land Bank, is when we take properties and put it back into productive use. I mean, that's really what the purpose of the Land Bank is. Take these vacant properties, vacant lots, and put them back and make them a home again. And so we're excited that this house now has a new life.
Take this off my shoulders. Someone take me home. I'm building a village. Of course we have a homework house for the kids. I'm building a village. Of course we have our own library inside of the homework house. I'm building a village. Of course we have a music studio for the children to learn and produce music. I'm building a village. Of course we have albums so that we can show the children where beats come from. I'm building a village. Of course we want beautiful artwork on the walls when the children come use the bathroom. I'm building a village. Of course inside of our homework house we have 3 showers for our children to be able to stay clean. I'm building a village. Of course we have space for our children to socialize and do their homework. In the village, and of course our children have the latest technology. I'm building a village. Of course we have our very own daycare in the basement of the homework house called Every Child is a Genius.
Dream come true, a space that's waiting just for you.
All these years I've been wondering my life, and now I finally have you.
I touch that 5 for you. I do that 3-4 times again. I testify for you. I told I like you, that bitch I do it. All that I'm around, you're scared to do. I'm not. Long as you joking, now here for me. I ain't got it.